So how do you make 2024 the best year for you when it comes to fashion? Well, I've got 7 tips that I'm going to share with you now that are going to help you out. And not only will these tips create more structure in your wardrobe and save you money, but they'll make fashion a lot more enjoyable too. If you like this video at any point, please do drop it a like. And now that's all out the way, let's get into the video. So point number 1 is to have a wardrobe clear out. A fresh year, a fresh start to your wardrobe, and I don't mean get rid of everything in your wardrobe and start from scratch, but it's time to freshen things up a bit. If you've got clothes that you haven't worn for a good few months or maybe even years, then it's time to let it go. And if you don't do it now, you're only going to be adding more things to your wardrobe this year, so things are only going to get messier and more confusing. Also, if the task of clearing out your wardrobe now seems daunting, imagine it in a year's time. And you do need to be strict with yourself. I know how easy it is to get attached to certain items of clothing, and they can be hard to let go, but if you're not wearing them, then all they're doing is taking up space in your house. And a cluttered space is a cluttered mind, and it makes getting dressed a lot harder, and it can be hard to see what you've actually got. And one excuse I hear all the time with people clearing out their wardrobes is, I don't want to get rid of that because maybe I'll like it in a year or two's time. And from personal experience, if you don't love it now, you're highly unlikely to love it in the future. You might, but the chances are slim, and wouldn't you rather make way for pieces that you know you love now and that you'll wear now instead? But yeah, the process of clearing out your wardrobe, it's never as bad as you think it's going to be. I just did mine last weekend and it took me an hour or 2 tops, and it feels great to have it done. Put on a podcast you like to listen to, or put on your favourite music and have a good old sing-song while you do it. That's what I did, and it made the whole process a lot more enjoyable. Anyway, hopefully I've convinced you to get on with yours, and let's move on to point 2 now, and that's to slow down. If you don't work as a content creator, then there's no reason to shop like one. It's very easy to look at others online and see them in something new all the time, and we think we should do the same, but it's not realistic. There's nothing wrong with wearing the same items over and over again, and the more you accept that, the more content you're going to be with your wardrobe. Just wash your clothing so it doesn't stink. But I work as a content creator, but I definitely don't shop like one. I wear the same pieces of clothing over and over again, and you've probably noticed by now if you follow my Instagram. And if you don't follow me there, then what are you doing? And I also think you should only buy the clothing that you absolutely love and not buy things just for the sake of having something different to wear. And if it takes you a year to find something that's right for your wardrobe, then so be it. For example, if you're looking for a black and white cardigan that's made from wool with a slightly cropped fit that has a zebra pattern on it, then don't settle for one that doesn't have the right fit that's made out of acrylic. The parts you don't like about that piece are going to stand out to you a lot more than the parts you do like about that piece if you settled for something that wasn't quite right. And when you do finally find the right cardigan that ticks all the boxes for you, then it's going to feel a lot more special and you're going to enjoy wearing it a lot more. But I'd rather have a wardrobe with less things in it that I absolutely love rather than a fuller wardrobe full of things that I don't really love. Also, if you just cleared out your wardrobe, then don't go and start filling it with more stuff that you don't love. That's why you ended up with so much stuff in your wardrobe that you didn't want to wear in the first place. So slow down and take your time with your purchases this year. And talking about slowing things down, this brings me on to point number 3, and that's to enjoy the journey. If you're looking at building a wardrobe as a means to an end, then you're going to miss out on all the good bits. Sure, it might seem like a nice idea to be able to click your fingers and your dream wardrobe appears right in front of you, but the excitement will quickly wear off. But when you take the time to enjoy the journey of building your wardrobe, you develop a deeper appreciation for each item you buy. You understand the value of each piece, and you're much more likely to cherish and take care of your clothing. Also, just think about what you liked about 5 or 6 years ago. If I'd have been able to click my fingers back then and given you your dream wardrobe, then would you still love it today? Maybe some of it, but over time our style changes and so do our interests, and our wardrobe changes with them. You'll always be discovering new things and learning more, so enjoy the journey. There is no end goal when it comes to style and fashion. It's an ongoing process. And if you always find yourself wishing for the things that you don't have, then you're never going to be happy with what you've already got. Anyway, let's move on to point number 4, and that's to express yourself. 2024 is the year to really do you. As we all know by now, fashion is a form of self-expression, so choose the clothing that shows off a part of you. It's so easy to be swayed by other people's opinions, and then we end up wearing things that aren't really us, and we don't feel comfortable in them. And just remember, personal style never goes out of style. But I get it can be nerve-wracking wearing things different to the crowd and showing off parts of yourself through your clothing. It can make you feel vulnerable, but it can also be freeing, and you can feel a lot more confident in the long run because you're no longer trying to be someone you're not. And if you feel nervous about it, then just start off small. For example, if you wanted to start dressing with more of a grungy aesthetic, then you don't need to change your whole wardrobe overnight. Do it bit by bit. Maybe you start off with a few accessories or changing one item in your outfit. But whatever it is, the more you do it, the easier it's going to get. And I was actually talking about wearing jewelry with my wife the other day, and I was saying how nervous I was when I first started wearing it. Nowadays, I can't believe I was ever nervous about wearing it at all, and it seems silly to me that I wasted any energy worrying about wearing it. And these days, I actually feel more uncomfortable leaving the house without my jewelry than I do wearing it. But it was the opposite way around when I first started wearing it. My point is, if you want to start wearing something but it's out your comfort zone, then the only way to get comfortable with it is to start wearing it. And I guarantee you, if you do, you'll be looking back in a few months' time and thinking, what was all the fuss about? So yeah, let me know what's out your comfort zone that you want to start wearing this year, and I'll give you some words of encouragement. Point number 5 is to shop in whatever section. It's nothing new that men are shopping in the women's section and women are shopping in the men's section, and if you're not shopping in both, then you should be. If you like the way something looks on you, then does it really matter what section it came from? So get rid of those barriers that stopped you shopping in the women's section or the men's section in the past, and keep your options open. The more options you've got and the more open-minded you are, the more fun you're going to have with fashion this year. Point number 6 is to share and connect. I don't know about you, but none of my real life friends are that into fashion, so that's one of the reasons I started creating content online, to connect with like-minded people. And if you love fashion as much as I do, and I take it you do because you're watching this video, then join fashion communities online. Start posting content online if you want to. You don't have to be good at it. It's about connecting with like-minded people and having fun. But I think if you don't have a place where you can talk about and share your passions with others, then it can make them less enjoyable. Point number 7 is to educate yourself and learn more about fashion. The more you understand, the more confident you're going to be with future purchases, and you're going to have clothing that you enjoy to wear more. But don't forget to have fun. Learning about fashion shouldn't be boring. And what better way to learn and have fun at the same time than subscribing to my channel? I'll carry on making the best videos that I can every week throughout 2024, and we've got a great community here, so it's a great place to connect with like-minded people who love fashion as much as you do. But I hope you enjoyed this video and it helped you out. If it did, please do leave it a like, and thank you so much for watching. See you later!